Hey, good morning to y'all. Hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God. Thank God. Hey, the Word works. You know, I can trust His Word. Might make some of you mad today, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I'm talking to you about where there is no vision, the people perish. I'm not going to perish for lack of vision. Man, I could spend $100 million. Some people think, what? Well, I realize that's more than some countries have per year. But I'm telling you, I've got vision to do great exploits for God because they that do know their God will do great exploits. I'm not ever going to retire. Having too much fun. Now, today, we're going to have a family party. All my kids and grandkids are going to be here. We're going to have a great time. God's good to Frank. I'm a blessed man. Let me read this to you or talk to you about it. I wrote this down over in 2 Kings chapter 7, verse 3. There's 4 lepers, and they're sitting out there, and they say, why sit we here till we die? If we go back in there, we're going to die. If we go over yonder, we're probably going to die. They're sitting, and how do I say this? Get off of your butt and do something. They're sitting, doing nothing, and they're about to die. Now, they're very insignificant. Get that. They're not supposed to be in public. There's no way God's going to be able to use them. They're lepers. They're outcast, and there's nothing they can do. Now, Israel is holed up back there. They're being besieged by these armies. They're being destroyed. They're starving to death. There's no way out. The whole nation of Israel has no way out. And here's these 4 guys that can't do nothing. I mean, they can't do nothing. You think, well, what can I do? Get off of your behind and go do something and see what God does. Now, old folks get to the place, well, you know, I think I'm just going to downsize. Or there's a lot of things that old folks do. I wrote these down. Pat and I was talking about it the other day. And yeah, if I get you mad, just go ahead and get mad. Old folks get to thinking, my body's wearing out, I can't do anything. You know, my mind gets feeble. I hear people say this all the time. First thing to go when you get old is your mind. Or my memory's not as good. You're on the increase. The Bible says you ought to be on the increase. Or how about my bones aren't as dense as they used to be, or my hips are wearing out, or my knees are wearing out. No, you're redeemed from all that. Go read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and then study Galatians chapter 3, beginning in verse 13 through 29. You're redeemed from having to have your knees and hips replaced. And some people say, well, you know, I don't have the balance I used to. And so they get them a walker to hold on to it. Listen, once you start holding on to that walker, then you're giving in to what the devil's telling you got to have because you're over 50 years of age. Hey, I believe that we ought to be strong in the Lord, and He renews our strength all the days of our life. Or, you know, I'm just not as agile as I used to be. And you know, you got to be careful because you'll get sick out there and die. Or, you know, I've got to have a hearing aid and I got to have glasses. Uh-oh, I should have left that alone. I got to have glasses. My arm's not growing short either. You know, I have limited income, so I can't do anything to help anybody. Or, you know, well, we need to downsize. No, my Bible says we're on the increase. Or how about not as, let's say I wrote it down. You know, when you get old, you lose your romance. You lose the desire to have romance. Oh, I am on the increase. I'm after my wife more today than I've ever been in my life. Or you know, we'll just sit around and watch TV. Or, you know, we don't want to try things that's new. We're too old. Hey, get off of your butt and do something. These 4 guys got off of their butts and they went and did something and they were blessed. Now they got over there. God moved with them when they began to move, and the armies left with all of that stuff behind. They're sitting out there enjoying the blessings of God. Then they said, hey, this is not good. We're doing this. And all of Israel was delivered because they did something. Hey, do something. Get you a new job. Volunteer to do something. Go on a trip. Dream up things to do. I mean, Pat and I've got so many places that wants me to come preach around the world, and I'm just believing God for the money to do that. But the point I'm trying to get across to you is do something. Get off your behind and do something, and God will come along and bless what you do. I'll get back on this for the next few days. I hope I made you mad. I hope I made you so mad you get up and shake your fist at me and say, what you want? And get out of that do-nothing attitude. Hey, I got to go. I got some great news. You do something, God does it with you. He shows up, and you can be a blessing to the whole world. Hey, remember, Jesus is Lord, and thank God Hey, the word works.